Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. Today I'm going to be doing one that you lot have seemed to be requesting quite a lot, and that is going to be my PvE hunter build. Now for me, this is my personal preference, and this is what I usually run pretty much all the time. Now you may have a different opinion to this video, but leave them down in the comment section, because I will be willing to make other classes, also Warlock and Titan. So let me know what you guys think are the best down below. And if you could subscribe to the channel, it does mean a lot. We are getting close to 18,000 subscribers, so if you could drop that sub, it does mean a lot. But let's jump straight into it. So as you can see, I'm 967 power, and the build that I am going to be running is Night Stalker. Now it is bottom tree Night Stalker. Now there is a reason for this. It's because it does a lot of damage, and not only that, you get so many more tethers, and it's just better than the top tree in my opinion. So for the grenade, I use Vortex just because I believe it is the best grenade out of them three options. And then I use Marksman Dodge. Now it's just your preference which dodge you use, it shouldn't really matter. That recharges your melee ability and that reloads your weapon, so it's just whatever you prefer. Triple Jump, also that is your preference. Now the reason why I choose bottom tree is because grenade effects last twice as long, because obviously you're doing that extra damage. Vanishing Smoke, it actually lasts a lot longer than when you dodge. Like dodging makes you vanish, and it is a lot quicker vanishing, but it doesn't last as long as obviously Vanishing Smoke, so that is why I use that. And then Combat Provision, damaging enemies with grenades grants melee ability energy. Now this is going to work really well with the build that we do have today. And also Fire Shadow Shot multiple times in rapid succession. Shadow Shot deals massive damage against tethered enemies. Defeating tethered enemies creates orbs of light and grants nearby allies Heart of the Pack buff. Now this is a reason why you want to use bottom tree, and this is the reason why I've linked it up with this certain exotic. So pretty much if you get onto the end boss and you fire this tether over and over again at him, it's going to do probably the most damage you can do as a hunter, especially the void build. Now I think Arc you can do a little trick with the 1-2 punch, and we'll get onto that maybe in a later video, but this is the usual what I use, so we're going to do this video first. But as you can see, grants nearby allies Heart of the Pack buff. Now I'm not sure exactly how much damage extra these can do, but if your teammates are near you when you do pop this, which is usually the case, obviously if you're in the end room with the boss, it does do a lot of extra damage, and you can wipe out a strike boss really quickly when everyone's using Heart of the Pack and you're using your tether over and over again. So that is the super gone over. Now for the armor, it doesn't really matter what you use. Now for me, these are the stats, obviously 75 mobility, that sort of thing. Now to be honest guys, there is better armor out there, but because I do like how my character looks and I prefer that, then this is the role I'm going to run with. But if you guys actually have different armor, or you don't have an armor that you certainly like, what you're going to want to do guys for this method is look for armor that has increased intellect. Now the higher your intellect, obviously the better it is. Now as you can see, a lot of mine isn't really that good, plus 12, plus 22, some of them are okay. However, I'm going to show you how you can actually make this class really good. So we're going to start off with a helmet. Now for me, if you're looking to do PvE, you're going to want to do a lot of damage. So for this method, I use mobility for this top one. Now the reason I use mobility is because I do like to move really quickly when I'm sort of speed running. So this class build is mainly like a speed run damage, pretty much speed damage, that's what I'm going to call this build. So mobility, you want to be as quick as you can, and for me heavy ammo finder just increases that damage obviously, because you will be having a lot more heavy for the end boss. Now on the arms, what you're going to want to do is simply put intellect on. Now intellect for me, obviously you need that for the super, and this is what makes this class build really good, is the super. So we have intellect on that, and then we do actually have impact induction. Causing damage with a melee attack reduces your grenade cooldown. Now as you can tell, I've only got round about 8 energy on everything. I need to farm out some nightfalls and actually get them maxed. But you can pretty much try out whatever works for you better. But I would recommend using intellect for pretty much everything. So on this one we do have intellect and nothing else. But for the exotic, what you're going to want to run, now this is important guys, as you can tell the intellect is pretty bad. It's only plus 15, but your mobility is really good. So what I actually do is have mobility on the exotic, and then I do have super mod. Now super mod is one of the best mods in the game in my opinion. It increases super regeneration speed and it increases it quite a lot. And then obviously on the cloak it's the same again. All you really want to be running is intellect. Now that also increases your super, but this is a good perk for your cloak, and that is hands-on. Gain bonus super energy on melee kills. Now melee kills obviously is going to increase your super with that mod, and that is why I run it. So pretty much my super ability is on 7 cooldown, so it's 4 minutes 7, and that's without getting any kills guys. That's just simply letting it regen normally. So it's a really high fast super build, so you could probably get your super pretty much 3 times per strike, something like that. It's really good. I'm going to show you the best way to actually do it. Now obviously if you're using, you want to be using masterwork weapons, simply because they do create orbs of light and you can actually get a lot better super and actually get your super a lot quicker. So always make sure you're running masterwork weapons. It doesn't matter which ones, just ones that are going to kill ads really quickly, where you can get multiple kills. So we're going to load up a little strike, or maybe go into the Altar of Sorrow, and I'm going to show you exactly how this works. So let's load it up, and I'll skip this bit so you can actually go straight into the gameplay. Right guys, so we have actually loaded into the Altar of Sorrow, and as you can tell the super energy that you get from literally just using this class is absolutely unbelievable. Now you're going to be getting your super probably every 2 minutes on average if you are killing enemies. Now obviously you are going to want to go for the low tier enemies, because obviously they're going to generate the more orbs, that sort of thing. But obviously because I'm on my own it's going to be quite difficult, but you can see simply how quick this super builds up even when you're just not killing anything. Look at how quickly it's moving up. Now this is why obviously you want to do this. Now the recluse is such a good weapon for this, obviously because you're killing ads, but even if you're just using anything to kill anything with, really, look at how quick your super goes up. You're going to be getting it so quick, and this is why I believe this is probably one of the best builds in the game at the minute. Now there is one with the arc, and it does do a lot more damage than this one. However, for me it's not as good, because with the arc one you've got to get up close personal. This one you can literally just use it by doing anything. You literally just use it. So I'm going to show you how to use the super to the best of its ability, really. So you're going to pop it, you're going to simply aim. Obviously imagine if that's a boss, you're going to want to simply fire and then probably chuck your grenade. I haven't got it yet, but if you chuck your grenade like that, then it's going to do a lot of damage. And not only that, if you are using your melee ability, if you get a kill with your melee, as you can tell, it does a lot of actually super energy regeneration. But in the bottom left you've got Heart of the Pack 3. Now that obviously increases your damage. As you can tell, for a headshot from the recluse now it's 1100, and normally, well, I'll tell you exactly what a normal headshot does so that we can work out how much extra damage you get. So that was around about 1100 on an acolyte. So I'm going to try and find an acolyte. There's some over here and we'll see exactly. Now don't forget guys, that super does it for every teammate. So as you can tell, 951. So it's around about an extra 200 damage per shot. And as you can tell, with the recluse firing that quick, you can tell how quick that actually is. But that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video guys. Now if you guys did enjoy this build, try it out for yourselves, and if it does work for you, let me know, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Like I said, if you've got any suggestions for Titan, Warlock, or maybe a different Hunter build, let me know. And as always guys, I'll catch you in the next one.